rock stone village. If you transliterate the Chinese name for Shijiazhuang, provincial capital of Hebei, into English, this is literally what the name of that city is. The city's railway station has been recited in 2012, but the old legacy station built in the 1980s remains a work of art. Unfortunately, it wasn't that big and it suffered a lot under a lot of patronage and not enough capacity. But still, the station is worth taking a look both at the old station and the new one. Shijiazhuang's 1980s railway station looked modern, yet not super modern as we have it today. But for this capital of the northern Chinese province of Hebei, it was a big thing since until the 1980s, the city had no proper railway station. The 1980s station building opened in November 1987. From the outset, it wasn't huge. The platform configuration is now the equivalent of a 5-platform station. Back then, the platforms were numbered so that the 2 island platforms in the center would be known as the same platform. Thus, the furthest you could get was platform 3 east. The inside of the station was impressive by the main entrance, but soon you'd head to the rather chaotically arranged 3 waiting halls seeming to be vast halls of open-plan waiting areas further split into zones, referenced only by your train number and train status. There would be one underpass taking you to trains, then another to the exit, the latter chronically congested. Interestingly enough, the old Shijiazhuang station shared a similar platform shelter design with what is now known as Guangyang Station. They're jagged and wavy, but far more jagged than wavy. The 1980s station building tried to serve the city, but often crowds overwhelmed it, and it was in use merely for 25 years before being replaced with a newer station 4 kilometers away from it. Riders have reported at the old station stuffy waiting halls, narrow platforms, low and slow-moving passageways, and very poor public toilets. The new 2012 station was a colossal improvement. The old station was kept and is intended to become a railway museum. In place of what was basically 5 platforms at the old station, the new one had 24 platforms ready to go outright when it opened. Not only did it serve the classic Beijing to Guangzhou railway amongst others, but now also had its parallel high-speed route, as well as another high-speed route from Taiyuan to Qingdao added. And the new station finally got a metro link, which opened 5 years later in summer 2017. The new station had everything we'd come to expect from a modern railway station: elevated departures hall, plenty of catering options including a new Starbucks that just opened, and a bigger ticket hall. Gates led you straight to the platforms, and if you knew where to look, you could even sneak a look at the platforms directly from the departures hall. The design of the station resembles a bridge, in this case Anji Bridge, China's oldest bridge still standing, as well as the world's oldest open spandrel segmental arch bridge built of stone, which is still standing, also located in the city, although a bit more into the suburbs, just southeast of the city centre. It's one of a handful of stations on the network where you can see both classic and high-speed trains at the same station. Certainly worth a look at, especially over the Spring Festival rush. Nearly all trains stop here, with very few exceptions. We'll leave you here on board one with a parting shot of a station at 250 km/h.